end.
Okay, I see it now. Perfect. And I accept it. All right. I am Alexandria Danielle here with Sheen on the scene. This is a very, very special moment for me. But not as a journalist, but as a Black woman altogether. Each and every one of you all are and have played dynamic Black roles on the screen and have influenced me directly into the woman that I am becoming. So I just want to thank you all for your time. Thank you for being here. And thank you for giving your all and giving little Black girl somebody to mold after. Each and every one of you all have made a huge impact, and I am so grateful to even just
Oh,
be in this
thank
space with you.
you.
You so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I know I don't have a lot of time, and you guys are pretty busy, so I want to jump right into it. So I see this film as a part of a growing wave of elevated Black storytelling, centered on stories that are nuanced and rooted in community, something that I feel like we kind of want to shift towards. We don't want the chaos. We want to see capable Black women doing real things on the screen. Um, what does it mean for each of you to be a part of this evolution?
Wow. Well, I'll jump in. Thank you so much for seeing that.
Oh
Yes.
no, it's
Oh,
not lost on me. We're
oh
here.
my gosh, I appreciate it. And I'm going to be very, very quick with that. That was the intention. You know, when the writer TJ Ali, I'll give him a big shout out. When he came to me with the script, I was intimidated to direct it. I was like, I know nothing about this. He was like, but this is very real. And it challenged me to think differently. It took me outside of a comfort zone, outside of a box, and then to bring on these genius women, just to add nuances and details that just weren't there on the page. I think it made us hold hands collectively and just jump. And just to say, okay, we got this, we're safe. Even if we don't know all of the dialogue, we're going to have experts on the set that are going to be accessible to us to help us to understand exactly what is going on. So it is a revolution. It's a Renaissance era. It's time for us to think differently. Thank you so much for
Absolutely,
seeing
yeah.
that.
So do you feel with this role that the industry is starting to finally widen the lens on how we see Black women taking the lead in the stories? We are more than the
A motherless.
trauma.
The trauma.
Listen,
Yeah.
we are not, when I say Black
Trauma, the
women, I'm
Black
not
women's tropes.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
we have so
I
many
it
facets.
is so important and I am so there with you. Everything you're saying is what I have been feeling. I'm also now writing and producing and as Tisha as well because it's not there. And seeing people creating their own projects, it's like that's the new norm. Like that's what you have to do now. If you want to be out of the box and if you want to tell a different story,
Create your own.
you have to,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's where I'm at. I mean, because just like you said, I want to use all the colors in the brush kit. You know what I mean? Not just
Right, right.
the and we are multifaceted. We have emotion. That's another thing because it's always, I know, we're strong, we have to be, and we are going to always be that because that's just what we have to be. But we're also vulnerable. We
Right.
also hurt. We also have feelings. We're often called to just do that one thing, to be that strong Black woman. Yes, and that's fine.
That's
But
not going to go away.
that's not going to go away. But I also like to see a vulnerable woman. I also like to see,
Absolutely.
a loving, caring,
Mhm.
all the other things that you are in real life. Everyone has all of those things going on. So I think it's important that we tell those stories as well. And, it's up to us also to do it because it's not given to us.
And
Um,
that's what attracted me to this script. Well, that and Wendy Raquel Robinson was going to be my director.
yes.
Um, honestly, um, being able to see women and the script be everything. It has dramedy, it has action, it has comedy and drama. I said that drama.
Yeah.
Dramedy is but it has everything, and we're able to play in that world, and we're
Absolutely.
able to be the intellectuals that we are, to figure things out. We are able to be vulnerable, to be
Yes.
able to take care of family,
Yes.
so this movie, it has everything, and I was just so happy to be a part of it. Of course, Melissa and Amaya being in it was like ice cream on, and the cake. But yeah, it just made me want to do it even more.
Absolutely. This is such a packed powerhouse cast. And I know each of you all have your personalities. Did you find it challenging to kind of balance the serious with the funny and to still show that empowering message, but also not shying away from the heaviness of the situation? It is this excuse me, sorry.
Welcome
Human
to
trafficking.
Operation
No,
Aunties.
no, no.
Yeah.
Cyber crime
Yeah,
drama. So yeah.
cybercrime, human trafficking, all of those are very relevant and important. But like you said, there is a layer because there's some comedy there, there's sisterhood there, there's community there. So did you find it challenging to balance all that and keep it true to the source?
No, not to me because that's who we are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Right.
And not to me either. And, again, we accredited a lot of that to Wendy because she just made us feel safe, created an environment of safety, bonding, and also just and fun. We
Yeah.
forget sometimes, and I know I say this for myself because I've been doing this for so long. Sometimes you forget to just have fun in the moment because yes, it is work, but I'm an actor. I've been an actor for a long time and I love what I do. But sometimes we're just under pressure and we want to make sure everything's right that we forget to enjoy ourselves in the moment. So Wendy made sure that we had a good time along with doing the work, which made everything run smoothly, especially when you're under the gun and doing a shoot in such a short amount of time. But she still managed to, let us feel safe and seen and have a good time while doing it.
And Amaya, I want you to jump in there and give your opinion, baby. You know you got to jump in this double judge because
No, you know me and
okay.
Absolutely. I have a question for
Absolutely.
Maya. Playing a tech genius, which is not a role that we see a lot of Black women get to lead in. What did it mean to you to bring that brilliance and your own personal shine to this role?
So it meant a lot to me to play that role first as a Black woman and then as a Black trans woman, because both of them, you know what I mean? That role is never really offered to us. So I think that it was great to see us in that light.
Absolutely.
The story had very heavy moments. I think you'll have to watch in order to see that. But I think what was so amazing, because that is like the roller coaster of acting. You have the highs and you have the lows. But I think being focused on creating a great vibe and to really to get to the outcome that we wanted, I think that all those ups and downs were necessary. And I think that it reflects in the work that we did.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful. And I know I'm out of time, but just one question. People like to ask, if you could tell your younger self anything. I want to ask you all, if you can go back to the version of you that is on the cusp. Because in my 20s, I thought I had it all figured out. I know nothing. But in my 30s, it's starting to click. And that click is scary. The click is very scary and intimidating when you see your life coming together. What advice would you give yourself who was on the cusp of your version of you who was on the cusp of your click, things coming
I
together?
think I'm on the I'm on the verge right now. Like honestly,
Now,
no,
really,
right now I'm rediscovering who I am. I'm remembering who I am for the
it
first time.
never ends.
And there's so
Wow.
much
It never
power in
ends.
that.
It
It
There's
never
never
ends.
so much
ends.
It's the
there's
journey.
so much power in
It's
that
the journey.
because I was even telling a friend I had to do this function and wow, like for the very first time, like before I go to any function, especially if they're like big award shows, I pray before I go because it's like you're gonna run into some good, you're gonna run into some bad, and so you need to protect yourself.
Yes.
And for the very first time after that, I felt empowered and I remembered who I was. And understanding this new version of me is the newness. So it doesn't stop just because you're 30 or 40 or 50 or 60, whatever you are. It just you just keep rediscovering yourself.
Wow.
Wow.
If I could just add one thing to that, because that's so powerful. I feel like we're right there, Tish, in this to never shrink. Don't shrink. So many times we can walk into a room, it's like, well, I can't, it's like, oh God. But it's like, you know what? No,
I
I'm
can
at
imagine
this
you
table
Wendy.
Yeah.
because I created this space.
Yeah.
Don't
Yes.
shrink.
Yeah.
Don't shrink.
Piggybacking off of Wendy, that's what I was going to say. If I can tell my younger self something, it would be that need for acceptance. I think I cried out or longed for acceptance or wondered why. And I think that to take that power back, as long as you accept you, that's what matters. You can
Yeah.
create the spaces that you want. We don't have to have a seat at someone else's table. We can build our own.
build our own. And you guys are definitely building the table. Listen, thank you so much. I took something from this. And
Good.
like I said, I even said it's the journey, but I'm still sitting here looking for the destination.
Yeah.
There's no finish line, baby.
There's no finish line.
Not in this business. There's no finish line. So
Or
just,
in life.
More.
yeah,
Oh
just
my
keep
goodness. Thank you all
exploring
so
new
much for taking the
chapters.
time to speak with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. I wish we were in person, I would hand you your flowers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Agree with
Feel
you.
you, sis. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You guys have a good
You
one.
did good, girl.
You too.
Bye, y'all.